How's it going, everybody? Matt Borey here from the Jackpot Gents and the American Casino Guidebook with, as always, my dad, Steve. How you doing today, Dad?
I'm doing fabulous, Matt Borey. How are you?
I'm good. We're doing
Good.
something a little different today. I am interviewing my dad because if you've ever watched either of the channels, you know that anytime he's out of town and I'm filming by myself, it's because he is on a cruise. What you might not know is he gets pretty much every single one of those cruises for free. Isn't that right, Dad?
Yes, that's right. So there is a bit of a secret to it
Mm-hmm.
from the cruises that we get. So I was going to try and go over what you need to do. I'm going to explain the whole program and how people can earn a free cruise.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. So, Dad, how many free cruises have you actually gotten?
Well, I think we're up to 14 now. And
Oh, that's it? I thought you were at like 100 or something. It feels like you're gone every other week, but still 14
no, no,
cruises is still a lot of
no.
free cruises.
Actually, I was a little late to the game
Mm-hmm.
because I played at one of the local casinos here in South Florida, and they gave me a free cruise certificate because I didn't used to play in the casinos because I said, well, it's a captive audience. The machines are going to be tight,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen the video poker. The video poker is tight,
Mm-hmm.
so you have a higher casino advantage. But then, as I learned about the program, I realized that it's a really good program. You can get some excellent benefits out of it, and you can go on a lot of free cruises, and you really should be able to use it to your advantage to have a lot of fun and enjoy free cruises. Now, you are expected to lose money. There's
Yes.
no doubt about that. But when you go through this and see how it works, you'll see how you can save a lot of money with it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because well, you are going to supposed to lose money in it. I don't think you're supposed to lose anywhere near as much money as what the cruise itself is going to end up costing.
No, no, not at all.
Yeah. So, does this work on every cruise line, or what is this? Are we talking about just one particular cruise line, or what's the deal
Well,
here?
well, your mother and I, we used to go on NCL, and we always paid for the cruise. And then, like I said, they gave me this free cruise, and it was Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. They gave me one on each. And once I
And
learned how
they're
to,
the same company, right?
they are owned by the same Caribbean is the owner, but Royal Caribbean's more to the family. And because we're older, we're not kids. We it's the
Well,
other
you have kids,
celebrities.
you have me, but
Yeah, well, we have adult kids. So, so we enjoy the celebrity. It appeals to an older crowd.
Mhm.
Um, so what I'm going to say will work on both cruise lines, but my experience is really on Celebrity, and it will differ slightly on Royal Caribbean, but it's basically the same program because it's owned by the same company.
Mhm. All right, so I guess let's hop right into it. How do you actually earn a free cruise?
Well, you have to earn points in the casino, and when you get enough points, they'll give you a free cruise. But when you go to the casino, what you're going to have to do is everyone gets their room card. So when you get your room card, when you go on your cruise, you're just going to, this is the same as your Players Club card. So all you have to do is when you go up to the machine, you tap it on the machine and you activate the card reader, and it'll track how much money you put through the machine, just like other Players Clubs.
Mhm.
For every $5 you put through on a slot machine, you'll earn 1 point. For every $10 you put through, you have to put in twice as much money. You'll earn 1 point for video poker. Now you have to put it in twice as much money, but it's video poker is a better game,
Mhm.
and the casino makes less money on it. That's why they require you to put in twice as much money, and that's one of the reasons you and I play video poker because we know it's a much better game than a slot machine. So what you want to do now is earn points, and there's actually three different ways you can get a free cruise. But the most common one, and I didn't know anything about this the first time I went, and there's really no information there that tells you about it. So if you go there, and I've spoken to people who play in the casino, and they don't even know. So it's kind of in a way it's kind of a secret that they don't publicize it more. But if you go in the casino, there's really no signage anywhere. There's when they put out the daily bulletin. There's nothing there that tells you how to do this. But what you want to do is you want to get an instant rewards cruise certificate.
Hmm.
And with that, now to get the details on it, you could ask the casino host, but again, there's no signage, so it's sort of it's like it doesn't exist unless you happen to know about it.
Got
So
to
what
be
you
in the
want to,
know. And
yeah,
after you
well,
watch this video, you'll be in the know.
all right. So when you go into the casino, you go to the cashier cage, all right, and then you look in the cashier cage. There will be a sign on the table there. So what you have to do is you have to go up to this sign, okay? And the best thing to do is take a picture of the sign, all right?
Hmm.
And on the sign, it'll tell you how many points you need to get this instant cruise certificate. And the cruise certificate, and it starts out just a discount on a cruise, and it goes all the way up to like a sky suite, like 75,000 points. And I think a basic interior cabin, the lowest that was like 1,200 points.
Hmm.
So that tells you how many points you need. So you can sort of gauge your play each day. Every time you play, you can tap your card and it'll show you how many points you have, and you can work your way towards the goal. But now you don't know what cruises there are. But if you look at this sign, and again, you want to take a picture of it, at the very top, there's a QR code. So what you want to do is you want to tap that QR code, and it'll take you to a list. It'll tell you for each point level the cruises that are available to you for earning those point levels. In addition, once you reach a certain level, I think it's 1,500 points, you'll also get free play along with the free cruise.
Hmm.
So you know,
Now, let me ask you this. So you said there's different levels. What is the best cruise that you've gotten for free using this little secret here?
um, well, usually we shoot for 4,000 points.
Hmm.
4,000 points is a veranda cabin, and now I believe it's $500 in free play.
Hmm.
Our last cruise, we got 6,500 points. And when you go to these, it'll say veranda or ocean view on some.
Hmm.
So they're not all verandas. So some, depending on the demand for that particular cruise, it may be slightly lower. They may give you an ocean view instead of a veranda.
And
But
if you're not familiar with cruises or celebrity in particular, veranda, that just means a balcony cabin, right? Where you have your own
yes,
balcony that you can go out on the side of the
right,
ship. An
right,
ocean view can just be a little porthole this big sometimes. I've gone out on the
right.
cruise ships where I got an ocean view and I've got a window that's about 8 inches wide to look out to the ocean. So
Well, we've got an ocean view on Celebrity, and they're very big.
mhm.
They're not little portholes. It's a big window, so I wouldn't worry
Oh, well,
about
that's
it.
good.
In interior, and we've also had interior cabins. Sometimes we've gone interior, and we sort of like it because it's like being in a cave. You know, it's dark in there, and because if you have the rent cabin in the morning, the light comes in through the curtains.
Mhm.
So there are benefits to
Yeah, but I mean,
interior.
you go to Europe all the time for these cruises. You've gone to Alaska too. So I mean, like, what is like the longest cruise that you've gotten for free into like some exotic location?
I think. Oh, we did back-to-back cruises from.
I mean, you went to
That was
Hawaii
another thing. You
too.
you can you can do back-to-back cruises. Those are good. We did one from Amsterdam to Iceland. Went up to Iceland, stopped in Scotland at Shetland Island, and then went around Iceland to three ports in Iceland, came back, and then stayed on the ship, and then it went over to Germany, Poland, Estonia, Sweden, and Denmark. That was a wonderful, wonderful cruise. That was 24 days.
All right, so that was two cruises. That makes a lot more sense. I thought you went on one cruise for like a month.
Mm.
So, okay, so we've established that QR code, and you said that QR code it changes from trip to trip, so you should always check it, even if you've gone in a few in a row. Or
Well, it changes from month to month. So if
oh,
you take a cruise on the first of the month or the last of the month, it'll be the same list of cruises. It changes on the first of the following month. But what we do is, usually we're going to do 4,000 points, but sometimes we'll look at the list of cruises that are available for the 4,000 points and say, well, maybe we can do, well, on our last one, we did 6,500 points.
Mm-hmm.
But we've also done fewer. We've done like 1,500 points in an interior cabin. But sometimes, and what you want to do is look at that list and say, okay, well, I'm interested in this cruise here. If you don't find one, you could look and say you found, usually the list of available cruises will get bigger the more points you get. The category of the cabin will get better and the list of cruises will get better. But sometimes you can take a 1,500 point cruise and say for an interior cabin, and you can call and you can pay an upgrade fee. And sometimes you might be better off paying the upgrade fee than risking, since if it's 1,500 points, if you want to go to 4,000 points, you got to put in another 2,500 points. It's $25,000. So you may say, well, it's cheaper to pay $300 upgrade fee to get a veranda. But it always changes. You never know until you call. But generally, they will only charge you the difference between the interior and the veranda. So a lot of times you just get an interior one when you call, ask about an upgrade, and a lot of times it's a really good value.
Well, doesn't it also work the other way sometimes too? Didn't you just tell me you called to do that for an upgrade and it was like $10,000 or something on them?
Well, it depends. Yes, I mean it's all supply and demand.
Yeah.
Like we wanted to go on a Norwegian fjord cruise and I couldn't get it because I was going to talk about it later. You get an annual cruise benefit for 7. You can take any 7-day cruise you want, but they excluded the Norwegian fjords because the demand was so high. But that's just another way to get a cruise through the Players Club. All right, so once you've decided on the cruise you want to shoot for, let's say it's 4,000 points for a veranda. So you get your 4,000 points, and then about 2 nights before the cruise ends, they'll put this offer in your cabin. It's a instant rewards cruise certificate. So that has the information on there. So you have 30 days from when the cruise ends to book your cruise with the casino or your cruise representative, whatever you do. And if you don't use it within the 30 days, it will expire. But they have a bonus, okay? And you will not get the pre-play unless you do this. So while you're on the ship, they will also give you this thing here called a double down on your rewards. Oh, I read that backwards. And what you want to do, you have to go to the future cruise desk and make a deposit, $100 a person. And you don't have to choose the cruise at that time. You just have to make this deposit. And because you make that deposit, they will give you the free play. In our instance, it was $750 in free play because
Oh, wow.
we got 6,500 points. So we got $750 in free play. And then because you use this certificate and you make this deposit while you're on the ship, we have a veranda and it's a 9-night cruise. So we got an extra $150 in onboard credit. Now that onboard credit you can use in the casino if you want. So it's like getting $900 in free play.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
yeah,
cool.
so it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And on that trip, we had a pretty good trip. Actually, they had a drawing in the casino, and I won $300 in free play.
Oh, look at you go, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, and
I
so
guess I was a high roller because I got 6,500 points.
yeah, and remember, when we talk about these house edges on the games, that's in the very, very long run. Anything can happen in the short time. You could get these 4,000 points and win, like my dad just said. So that sounds great. So anything else people need to know to start just farming all these free cruises?
Well, I was saying before, there's 3 different ways to get free cruises. So we're talking about the instant reward certificate. But as a member of the Players Club, if you will accumulate points every time you go on a cruise. Of course, the more, so you have a 1-year period. Begins August the 1st. From August the 1st through July 31st, they will add up the total of the points that you have accumulated in the club, and you can reach a different tier level. So I think it's, what is it, 7,000? Well,
5,000.
it's 5,000. We have 15,000. So
Uh-huh.
in our benefit, we get as part of the Players Club, well, we get free Wi-Fi when we're on the trip, and we get some other stuff. But the best thing is you get a free 7-day cruise for two. Any cruise, basically, for 7 days, except of course that Norwegian Fjords one we wanted to go on.
Yeah.
But if you get 5,000 points, and it's not that hard to get 5,000 points, you get an interior cabin for two. So it's free. That'll save you, a couple $1,000s.
Hmm.
So it's really good in that sense. But you could earn the 5,000 point level, and then when you go to make your reservation, you can ask about an upgrade, and it's probably only cost you, $300 to $500 for the upgrade.
That's
So
cool.
yeah. So I think I've had some upgrades at only like $200, and you never know until you call. But
Yeah, I
again,
think
it's all
the one cruise I
arrangement.
went on with Holly, it was a free cruise from one of the casinos. Mine was like a 9-day cruise to the ABC Islands. What is it?
Mhm.
Curacao.
Aruba and Bonaire.
Yes, the ones right off the coast of Venezuela. Yeah, and mine, same thing. Mine was an interior cabin, and I paid, it was like $500 or something to upgrade us both to a balcony. So for a
Yeah.
9-day cruise for $500 is not bad
Mhm.
at all.
Yeah. So overall, I think it's a really good value.
Hmm.
But so let's sort of look at the math behind this, okay?
Yes.
So if the people want to sort of understand how much it might cost them for this
Hmm.
free cruise, let's look at the math. Okay, so if you want to earn 4,000 points, you're playing a slot machine. You have to put in $20,000, and we're going to guess the casino edge on a slot machine is what? 11%,
Yeah.
12%. It might be a little tighter on the cruise ship. So
Yeah.
12%, 4,000 points, $2,400 would be your expected loss. Okay.
Yeah. At
So
12%.
at 12%. And if you want to play video poker, you'd have to double it. You have to put in $40,000 to get your 4,000 points.
Hmm.
But now I've seen the video poker in there. The best one I've seen has a 3% edge, but some of them are 4, some of them are closer to 5.
Hmm.
So you could lose. I mean, if you're playing a 3% game, it'd be as low as $1,200, or closer to $2,000. But it's a slightly better game. But if you don't know anything about video poker, you won't be able to achieve those better payback percentages. So you might
Hmm.
be better off playing on slots. So
Hmm.
but it's not hard to get a
Yeah, but
$4,000, $5,000 cruise out
yeah,
there.
but I mean, still, what you said is, you said it doesn't matter if there's slots or video poker. It's going to be what, between 2,000 and $2,400 in
Yeah.
expected loss to get a
Uh,
cruise. And I don't know, is that, how much do cruises normally cost? I don't even know. I've never bought one. I've
well,
only ever gone with for free from
uh,
the casino.
the ones we were going are closer to $5,000. Well,
Hmm.
that includes the port fees and the taxes. So we have to
Hmm.
play that. So really, it's maybe $4,500, or
Hmm.
4,000 to 4,500. And if your expected loss is 2,000 to 2,500, it's a good deal. If you like to
50% off.
gamble, yeah, yeah, because we like to gamble, we like to go to a casino, we like to have fun. And one of the other things about Celebrity is the casinos are non-smoking. Royal Caribbean, they do have smoking casinos in the casinos. And in Celebrity, the drinks are always free. Um, if you're on Royal Caribbean, the drinks are not free until you reach a certain level in the Players Club.
Hmm.
For us, we reach a certain tier level, so we get free drinks
Hmm.
through the player. The captains, I forget what the name of it, but the captains club or whatever it is.
But keep in mind, like I said, that 2,000 to $2,400, that's on average. Yes, sometimes you're going to lose more than that, but
Right.
also sometimes you're going to lose less than that. You could even win if you hit a big jackpot. So you could get a $4,000 cruise for free and end up winning money on the cruise ship. That's probably not going to happen, but it can happen. So keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
you could also have a bad trip. But
Hmm.
that's why I say if I mean if you're not a gambler, I wouldn't recommend it for people who are not gamblers because they're going to
Hmm.
lose money and get annoyed, and you might wind up chasing your money to try and get to this certain level, and
Hmm.
you could have a bad trip.
Yep.
But
Yep. Yep.
for people who know they're going to go and gamble anyway, they don't mind if they lose money. I think based on the expected mathematical loss in the long run, it's a very good deal.
Hmm.
And I would always recommend it to people.
Hmm.
But I've been surprised because I've spoken to knowledgeable gamblers on these trips and on these cruises, and they've been on multiple cruises and they didn't even know about the program. So that's why I say it's sort of a secret. So one other thing though, because we said two ways to get a free cruise. So now there's a third way to get a cruise. Once you have earned the certificate, you'll be on their list, the
Hmm.
casino, the cruise lines list of gamblers to send offers to. So at least, usually I get these at least twice a month.
I get
Okay.
them like once a week, and I haven't gone on a
Yeah.
cruise in years. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
They pound them out there. So that they'll give you this list of cruises. Like,
Yeah,
they're
all those
free.
different colored lines are all different cruises you can take. Yeah, I get them all the time. And mind you, we're in South Florida, so the cruise port is what 10 minutes from your house and 30 minutes from my house. So it's a lot easier for us being in South Florida, but
Right.
I get offers that list of I'll get them for from out of Galveston, Texas. I'll get them for out of Tampa Bay. I'll get some weird one out of like New York to go to Bermuda. You get them
Mhm.
from all over the country. I'll get them from San Diego to go to Catalina Island.
Well, this one here, this surprised me because there's the Celebrity Edge from Sydney, Australia, for
Oh,
five nights to Tasmania and Eden. But I'm not even sure where Eden is. That's in November. So yeah, so they will be sending you those, and there's they send so many
oh
that
yeah, it's crazy. Well, I think
yeah.
they've just now started to slow down. But Holly used to make fun of me because like every 3 days, I swear we got one in the mail. It was
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah. Well, I'm still getting them from Royal Caribbean also, and I haven't been on the Royal Caribbean I think in 3 years.
Yeah, well, that's what
But
I was. Mine were
yeah,
all from Royal Caribbean too. It was from that
mhm.
one trip to the ABC Islands I told you
All right.
about, and that was, I think, 3 years ago. Same thing.
Mhm. Well, and I think that they swap because Celebrity is owned by Royal Caribbean. I think they swap mailing lists,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, for
so
sure.
you'll get other offers. But yeah, so we've been on 14 free cruises, and then
I've been
after,
on one.
no, you've been on two.
Oh,
We
two. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you
we
got brought me on one.
we paid for you and Holly to come
Yeah.
up. But that was another benefit. As one of the benefits of the club, we got a reduced rate to bring other guests on.
That was
So
super cool.
there are. It really offers a lot of value. If you like to go to casinos,
Hmm.
I would suggest you try it out. And if you don't want
And
to,
make sure you like cruises as well, because if you're a gambler that
yeah,
doesn't like cruises, I would not suggest doing
right.
this.
Some people can get seasick, and we've never really had a cruise where it was rough enough to for us to get seasick.
Uh-huh.
But it's never really been a problem. But
Yep.
we enjoy it. So we like playing in the casino. We like cruises. So give it a shot. Go to Royal Caribbean or go to Celebrity and check out their websites for information on their plans.
Yep. And so that does it. There's your secret to getting free cruises on Celebrity and Royal Caribbean. So thank you for joining me today, Dad. It's been a wonderful talk.
It's been interesting. I always like talking about this and explain to people how it works because it really does offer a lot of value. And again, you can have a lot of fun and save a lot of money.
Yep. All right. So thanks for joining us, everybody, and best wishes for good luck in the casinos.